Let's spin up that drive.
Spin it up.
Get this going.
Is it going to drive you crazy?
Absolutely bonkers, I tell you.
Maybe I end up all night. That's one of those songs. That's one of those 90 early aught songs with the ow in it.
Uh-huh.
Ow.
I had to make sure to start the ticker with the 0.
Oh, fuck, you're right. What of the scroll? Has anybody here ever seen a franchise movie from Duncan Jack? Or whatever the fuck his name was? Not Indiana Jones?
Who?
Huh?
There's your answer.
Yeah, Duncan Jacks.
It sounds like a donut place, honestly.
It really does.
Okay, I did it. I updated the scrolls. Get ready to hear an awful fuck... Or was that Silk 2? Okay, I am not an expert on B-movies, but I've seen a B-movie or two. I've also seen some C and D and F movies, and one of them had an Asian man who was obsessed with talking about the scrolls. He was dubbed, obviously, but yeah, scrolls.
I think you need to scroll on.
Hey? No, not even partial credit for that one. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to open better than that. Zero, this is not Warhammer.
No, I have to finish this house. I've started it.
All right, you have approximately an hour. That sounds
this will
like
be done. This will be done.
That sounds like a lot of time, but you're at 39%, and I've been with you for 99%, and that was like 8 minutes.
Oh, but I've got this down to a science, man.
Is this Shrek's cottage?
It is. No, it's not. I don't know whose cottage it is.
Donkey.
But I'm going to make everybody on the stream vomit by moving back and forth rapidly.
I don't know.
There's people on the stream?
Yeah, how dare you? No, I don't think, I think it's good. I think everything's fine.
You know, he'll harm is poor Kirby if he shows up, or future Leetness. I'm sure Leetness
Or
watches
Omega's
these.
friend.
Oh, man, there's that too.
Omega's friend shows up.
Oh, I am... You can, Omega, tell your friend who recommended the show to me. I'm going to start watching Warrior.
Oh, nice.
So it does actually look like a great show. Appreciate the recommendation.
Well,
Are you...
was Greatness is around, then
That's right, greatness in gaming.
he might be around tonight. We'll see.
How
He
the
says
Raven...
that he lurks.
Oh, that's nice.
Sometimes.
That's sweet of him, yeah. How'd the Ravens do?
That was pretty great. The Ravens absolutely annihilated the Buffalo Bills.
Always happy to hear that.
Yeah, it was quite exciting, quite fun. Yeah, I got real drunk.
I was happy to read what you wrote. McDonald's is a hangover food. I have yet to meet anyone who could explain to me the biochemistry behind that, but it fucking works.
No doubt, McDonald's breakfast is it's the perfect hangover solution.
So what
Not really solution. Maybe call it a mollifier. It just makes it less bad.
What kind of McDonald's breakfast are you talking about? High in what carbs? You get hash browns, bagel, or
greasy carbs.
Yeah, greasy carbs.
Greasy
Okay.
carbs.
Okay.
With a bit of protein mixed. You know, there's enough protein to make it, you know, a quote unquote balanced meal, but mainly it's greasy carbs.
Man, I hate that I only go... You think it's encouraging my alcoholism that I only go to McDonald's when I'm hungover? I haven't thought about that. I should probably think about that.
You know what? I'm backing out of this one. This is gonna take a while. Warhammer!
Yeah, motherfucker!
I promised Doc Warhammer.
You did. I want to
Bonus
see.
jobs.
That would definitely be more interesting than me building this spaceship.
Was it Dorn's? Was it Dorn's personal?
Replay. Locations. No.
Yeah, it's gonna be under vehicles. It's a Warhammer vehicle somewhere. Oh, motherfucker, really? Bonus jobs, free play, challenge mode. You're gonna have to go through all these. We're not proceeding with this podcast until you figure out where the fucking Warhammer content is.
Do I have to? Odd jobs. Mini golf course.
Clean the gnome fountain? Ew. It's all sticky.
I don't know. Does he know what he's doing?
Ah,
Wait, what?
I don't think that counts.
He missed it. It's okay.
Unacceptable.
His standards have raised because I continually abuse them and change his expectations, so now they're really, really high.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, boy.
Soundboard wasn't working there. I had to rejigger the soundboard.
So now his standards are super high. So I've just got to basically keep at it until I get
Maybe.
there.
No!
And then he has to
No.
put up with all the bad shit right in between. So, you know, his finger will get extra exercise.
But I purchased the Warhammer DLC. Oh, God. Now I've got to go to my email and fucking look at this. Jesus. Because I have a folder of nothing but Steam purchases.
Well, Omega, guess what? We're gonna watch you build ships.
All right, then.
Temporarily.
Technical difficulties have ensued.
This isn't technical. This is on Zero's end. My technical difficulties are a matter for the court.
Yes, I heard that.
I didn't say whose technical difficulties. Besides, we're aware of yours, Doc.
I have.
Ah, there we go. Found it.
Oh, you found. Oh, you did. Are you sure?
Got out the microscope?
Let's see
I
what we
also
got.
have the Final Fantasy VII pack.
Complete garbage. What is this? Ooh! Alright, we're going Landcrawler. Fuck yeah. I like your Mechanicus-esque chapel here that you're into. Alright, Zero, you're going to spend the next hour hosing down the machine god. That's not how that works. Never mind.
Look at all the green orc goo on here. It's great. I love it.
Well, yeah. They're not going to run over themselves.
Well,
Well, actually, yeah, that's not. They do.
I was going to
They
say.
will. Especially the smaller grunts. Yeah, they're going to get run over. Ah, I heard the word wog, and I came as fast as I could.
Literally.
As fast or as hard?
Yes.
Both?
Yes.
I love how all of us were completely almost in unison on that one. Like,
Due
we
to
just knew. We knew.
the constant degeneracy of this group of people, I will not be leaving. Alright, yeah, I also forgot the go live notification. I'm gonna be honest with Zero, I considered just ditching the format for the show and playing grocery store supermarket together.
Oh my god, that'd be so much fun.
It is actually.
We had
it's
a pretty
great.
good system going last night.
We did, and you know what? What we should do in the store is we need to spend, I think it's 2,700 Daru, but we get 3 metal detectors, and we put them right by the doors. That way, if somebody steals from the store and they walk out, it makes this very loud alarm noise just to let us know that somebody's stolen. And that way, Leetness knows to drop whatever he's doing and go beat some motherfucker blind.
Well, we have employees now, so all 3 of us can go and beat them blind.
That's true. Well, we have one person working the cash register. We need one more person to do Okay, here's how I did it in my store. I got one person to do the register, and then I did all the restocking, pretty much what we were doing yesterday. Then I got a second person to do 2 cash registers, because the second employee that you unlock also lets you unlock Wi-Fi, or is that the first? Yeah, the unlock perk that we got yesterday was Wi-Fi, and that attracts more customers. So one cashier can get overwhelmed. It's not impossible, but yeah, 2 employees on cash registers, 1 employee restocking shit, and then the 3 of us are basically gods, or the 4 of us. 5? We can get 8 people in there if we want to. So Masami and Omega.
God, so many managers.
Masami and Omega, you need to come in. We need to all be. Remember, Zero, you're the only manager so far. I'm still.
Oh, that's true.
I'm still a janitor. But yeah, Omega and Masami.
Yes, I was update. What was it?
You were. Oh no, you were.
What is it called when you go from a lower position to a higher position?
You failed upwards.
Yes, that.
No, you were CEO of cash registers, and then you got demoted to
Yeah, I think I gave
Vice
too
CEO.
much change.
Yeah, you gave 50 cents to somebody who didn't deserve it, and that got you your demotion.
But I'm still an executive, which make sense.
I was. Well, yeah. I mean, that's just how the corporate world
You and
works.
Letus were just.
I mean, from
Fending
what I
off.
know of retail, that is completely accurate.
That's white
Like-
privilege, Zero. That's what white privilege is.
I'm not white. I'm clear. Fuck off.
Well, I guess I'm glad you're being transparent about it.
Yeah, there you go.
Acceptable.
There you go.
I knew I was going to make him eventually hit the right button.
Do I get an assist on that one?
No.
Because I purposefully set that one up, hoping she would take the bait.
I'm channeling my inner Dick Cheney.
Of course,
do
I
not
took
shoot
the bait.
Masami in the face.
Like you. No, I'm thinking about you buying a pack of gum for $1.50 and giving me a $50 bill.
Yes, that happens.
Happens a lot in that game. That's why you get NPC cashiers.
That way they have to deal with it. You just get to
Yep.
beat the customers.
That way you can really legitimately just double the price of everything and drop it down 1 cent, and it doesn't matter if it's even or odd because some other motherfucking computer has to make change for you. So there you go. It's a great system. But yeah, we should all get in there. We have a Chonkwij store. I'll host it whenever.
It's called the gas chamber. Or no, it was Robus.
The last
Robus.
time. Yeah, it was called Robus.
Or Robus, however you wanted to pronounce it.
The first name I had for our supermarket was Gas Station.
I wanted it to be gas chamber, but clearly that was too many letters.
It was too, yeah, but I'm waiting for Masami to do the math on chamber versus station.
No, no, I really don't. Negatory.
Oh, so yeah. Anyway, the only thing that's wrong with Supermarket Together is that there are no small product shelves. They're just standard product shelves, which means you can fit like 200 boxes of toothpaste on a single shelf. That's too many toothpaste. We need smaller shelves for pharmacy items. Yeah,
Oh
and
my.
that.
That was impressive.
Once we unlock more pharmacy updates, Masami, you can go and get yourself some Tums or some anti-gas or some extra gas. Yeah. Yeah, you know where that
Or
was
the
going.
gas station.
That's called the refried bean section.
We sell
Like-
gas.
No.
Oh, we need refried beans.
That's the extra gas section. That's
should-
why I don't eat them when I go out and eat Mexican. It's just not livable.
Poor Cosin getting Dutch oven tonight. I feel sorry for him, kinda.
Oh no, I haven't had any
Oh.
tonight.
Only kinda. Not 100%.
I
Like
figured.
he married you.
Yeah.
He kind of brought this on himself.
He probably likes it.
I think I saw an anime like that.
Of course you
I
did.
bet you did.
I just start watching anime again. Girlfriend Season 2 came out, by the way.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah. It's trash.
It is exactly what you think it is. That's what you were gonna say.
Also,
You
I
know
got
what? The Ultramarines do not clean their equipment very well, and it irritates me greatly. This should be part of maintenance. I should
Well-
not be doing this.
So your job would be what exactly? Cannon fodder? Shut up and hose the tank.
Yes,
Yeah, you
it's
aspire?
exactly.
I mean,
Pulls out penis, starts peeing on the tank.
Omega likes the tank. No, wait, I liked the tank.
I peed on it. It's mine. Okay.
No, we didn't pee on the tank.
Zero.
We peed off the tank.
Zero, I don't think you're getting any
what is this
traction
we?
on this.
I
Yep.
peed off a tank.
I did it too. There's just a picture of you.
Okay.
Yeah,
I only
yeah, but the
remember
rule is piss or it didn't happen.
We were on drugs at the time, unsurprisingly.
No, you don't say.
Well, hey, you know, what else are you gonna do at 2:30 in the morning where I live? Go down to the street to the giant tank parked next to the road.
Mm-hmm.
Take a picture of your body peeing off the top of the tank. America, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's very empowering.
I have no doubt.
Unfortunately, Omega, the place got bought out by a church, and the church didn't want a tank out in the front yard, so I don't know where it went, but it's gone.
Aww.
Yeah.
Why would you not want a tank? That is un-American, and I fully agree with Abrams for Jesus, okay?
Yeah. Why would you not want a tank outside of your church?
I mean, militant Christianity is a thing.
But yeah, it's never been bad for anybody.
Nope. Nope, we don't talk about that period of time. It didn't happen. Like Germany not talking about the 1940s. It didn't happen.
I love that when that showed up on Game of Thrones when the Faith Militant were introduced. I was just like, oh yeah, religious zealots with weapons and the authority to jail people. How could this possibly go badly? And surprise, surprise. Anywho. Yeah, Omega and I both realized over the weekend, guys, that you probably got pop-ups for it too, but Steam let everybody know that they were updating their TOS, and they specifically updated Section 10 of their TOS to basically make it so that now if you sue Steam, it doesn't go to arbitration, it goes straight to court. And they added in an EU section because obviously shit like that is not legal, not enforceable in the European Union. So that was pretty much the only thing. So it was the opposite of looking at Disney try to force some grieving husband's estate into arbitration. And this is more like, oh, okay, no, you want to go to court? Yeah, let's go to court. You want a jury trial? We'll do a jury trial.
I mean, we're gonna win.
Steam will probably, Steam's got a lot more money, and they have a dedicated legal department, and you do not. So they're probably going to win. But another legal piece came out this week in California, where a federal court, I believe, said that online stores such as Steam can no longer advertise items using words like buy or purchase when they are advertising a game that always requires an online connection. Since you won't technically own the product and servers being taken offline would render the product useless, a different word will have to be used. So I read through this and I completely understand. I think it's probably a good idea. If Ubisoft, which by the way, stock's still tanking, if Ubisoft's CEO wants to come on and say, you don't own games anymore, you rent access to the service that is the game, and this isn't entirely bad, and you should really like this, and this is the way of the future. You want to pull that sort of shit, then, yeah, let's call it what it is. You're renting a license to play a game. You're not buying a game. And that's how I feel about that. Anybody else?
Well, I mean, partially why I enjoyed physical medium. It's because I owned that game.
Yeah, you can rub the DVDs all over yourself.
Yes, I could. They fit nicely around my penis. It may not be long, but it's thin.
You can get it in the
So
stomach.
you've told us.
See, if you're under 20, you're not going to understand that a CD and a DVD have a little thingy in the middle for the spindle to fit through. But we think it's funny.
Yeah, because we're old. Well, I'm old. I don't know about the rest of you.
Fucking experienced. I don't know what that is. We're not
I
so
think I'm the
easily
oldest
duped.
one here.
Wait, didn't you just turn 40?
Yes.
So
Okay.
did I.
Yeah, so there you go. You're twinsies.
It's okay. My wife's older than me. And I don't let her forget it.
Ooh.
Zero's into the older women, I see.
6
Ah.
months.
Yeah, cousin's 11 months older than me.
Yeah. I don't know how old Leetness is, though. Leetness might be the oldest one in the group.
Yeah,
think
no,
Leetness
Leetness
is the oldest. Yeah.
Leetness is. Yeah.
Which
We
is...
love you, Leetness. We're
Still
not
vet.
judging you.
Yeah, hi,
But
future
you're just
Leetness.
old.
he was joking about taking Metamucil the other day on grocery store together, supermarket together.
He takes Metamucil. That I must have missed that when I was helping the wife get stuff into the house. I must have missed that conversation because I definitely would have made fun of him for that.
He's got
Listen,
a...
sometimes
I
you
mean,
just need to be regular.
look, I'm not even gonna lie. The only reason I'm regular is because of Ozempic.
That's what we were talking about, actually, is all the people buying all the yogurt.
Yes.
People love yogurt.
They spell it weird, and it pisses me off.
Yogurt.
No,
Hurt?
Yoghurt. They put an
Oh.
H in it, and it
Oh.
pisses me off.
I may have missed that. I'll examine the yogurt more closely. Next game.
Doc's not gonna examine the yogurt more closely.
I discovered, in Supermarket Together, I discovered how to prop a broom perfectly against the wall, jump up on the broom, get another broom, jump up on the broom, crouch, and then intimidate everyone in the store.
And he did it effectively, too.
It looks fucking terrifying from third person.
Well, and then
Did
when you
you-
sweep the floor, that looks even more terrifying.
Yeah, I'd never seen... So, occasionally people will drop trash on your floor because they're absolute garbage themselves. But you go around and you have a broom and you sweep it up. I'd never seen the sweeping animation until Zero did it. And it looks like something a Shaolin monk would do. You're just like, wah! And apparently that's the sweeping animation. And I love it. I have no problem with this.
You're making a clean sweep.
God.
Eh.
Yeah, like I said, his standards have gone measurably upwards. I'm actually very proud of him. He's developing a tolerance.
Am I becoming a... when is it too soon to use the word connoisseur? We still there?
You might be there. You might be there.
I don't know. I think I need more meme schooling, pun school.
Don't worry. You are learning quickly.
So yeah, anyway, we'll see, because I mean we're all on Steam mostly. We'll see if they actually decide to change their wording, or if they're gonna put in, I don't know, a geo filter so that you can tell when someone is accessing Steam through California, and just be like, okay, we'll change the language then. I think that would be more work than just requiring developers to not use things like buy or purchase. You can still say add to cart. It's not going to change the button.
No, but I mean, it is maybe, yeah, we could maybe at least try to be happy about it because it's finally something in the video game space where it looks like there's a law coming to try to protect consumers. But at the same time, though, like even games that don't require an always online connection, you're still also only technically buying a license to play the game.
Yes, these days that is mostly true. I wonder, we just covered Frostpunk 2 releasing. I wonder if that's the same deal. I wonder if there's a place to actually physically download and install. The weirdest fucking thing, and this popped into my head when I was reading the article, the weirdest fucking game to actually offer a physical install is Warframe. You can go to Warframe's site and you can either download a multi-part ISO to install Warframe onto a computer that does not have like internet access, or you can just like keep it as a backup, or you can download a torrent to download the full install of Warframe. And it's like, that's really why though. Warframe is an always online game. I don't understand why they would do that, but hey. I think the point of that was I think that should be more common. If you're a developer and you're on the Steam platform, yeah, I totally get it. You're selling a digital product, but you presumably also have a website. So maybe add something on your website where it's like, here's an ISO of the game. You can download it. If you have a key, if you have a Steam key or something like that, then you can install it. Or if you have an account on our website, you can install it and play it.
I like WoW.
WoW does it too?
Yeah, you can. You can download it directly from the WoW website.
You're fucking right. There is, yeah, because WoW came out in what, like 04?
Yeah.
So that was back.
We are celebrating our 20th year this year. Why am I saying it like I'm part of the development team? God, somebody shoot me.
Hey, dude. That's not cool.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. It has been 0 weeks since Zero played WoW.
I know. I just figured. I didn't even update that part of the scroll. Yeah, but yeah, WoW came out in the glory days where people were still mailing out DVDs, and there was. I remember years ago I looked on eBay and there was a complete WoW collector's edition that had like 20 cases or something like that. They were all physical copies. They all came with DVDs with unused DVD or CD keys.
Yep.
Yeah, when I got addicted to WoW in 2006, I actually bought physical media, and when I went to buy Burning Crusade, like, was there in Walmart around midnight, back when Walmart was still open 24/7. You know, small town, so there wasn't like a line of people waiting to get it, but there was a decent number of nerds who all had caffeine and snacks in their carts and which were just waiting for the, the electronics employee to come out with the arm full of boxes. Yeah, no, I remember. I actually had mine up until I realized, you know what? I'm never going to play this again. Why do I need these? And I just pitched them, and it was a fantastic moment.
Would have paid you for those. Those collector's editions, you asshole.
I did. None of them were collector's editions. They were just normal.
Well, if they weren't collector's editions, then I don't give a damn yet.
Yeah, settle your tits. Settle your tits.
That turned around fast. Symbolically, Masami, I'm proud of you.
I have the collector's editions of Myth, Warlords, and Legion.
Don't say that you have the collector's edition of Mist, because that means something completely different to me.
Mist of Pandaria. MOP.
Yeah, no, there's only one Mist. It's got a Y in the It's got a Y in the name.
Just a missed opportunity.
What?
I mean...
Acceptable!
I guess. Anyway. Mist is a fantastic game. They remastered it again.
Of course they did.
That's what Cyan does now.
That is the early edition Skyrim.
Oh yeah,
they 50,000 times so that they can make money again and again.
Except for, what is it? What came out about Bethesda? Something came out about Bethesda this week that was just like, oh yeah, Todd Howard is still a giant turd.
I mean, yeah. But we knew that already.
It's okay. It's alright. It's perfectly fine. Doesn't matter.
Oop,
But,
got that laser cannon done.
So to their credit, Cyan Entertainment, whenever they remaster Myst or Riven or something like that. Ooh, that's a special boy. That's a special boy with a big peepee. Whenever Cyan remasters a game like that, they do a really good job. They update it to something that is compatible with like, all modern hardware. They try to keep as much detail original as possible. There's some things that they had to change for Myst 3D. I'm thinking of getting into Channelwood specifically. I think they changed the way the furnace worked in that room. But yeah, that was just because you had free mobility. And they thought that it would be a little awkward for you to pick up a box of matches in 3D and light a match in 3D and do all that interactable stuff. But anyway, for the most part, yeah, go out, grab a Myst game. Grab Riven. Riven's fucking bonkers.
Will you be riveted?
Yes. Yes, you will.
Acceptable.
You know what else is absolutely riveting? OpenAI execs mass quit as the company removes control from nonprofit board and hands it to Sam Altman. So remember when Sam Altman threatened to leave because the company was gonna take control away from the nonprofit, or it was gonna take control away from Sam Altman. It was gonna get rid of the nonprofit board and it was gonna go full corporate. And Sam Altman was like, "No, fuck you, I'm getting out of here." And then they backtracked after 2 weeks. They brought Sam Altman back on and were like, "Okay, you win." Well, now he wants all the power.
Yeah, basically what they were afraid of is what's happening now.
So the restructuring, quote, could turn the already for-profit company into a more traditional startup and give CEO Sam Altman even more control, including likely equity worth billions of dollars.
Billions.
I'm going to keep this picture of him up here because it's absolutely fucking terrifying. I don't know who took this photograph, but Jesus Christ. This could be one of those like smaller images on the back of a horror movie DVD. Look at that punum. So yeah. Did you guys hear about the latest iteration of ChatGPT?
That it's sentient and coming after us now.
It's still not true AI. It's still just a chat model.
Don't care. Still scares the shit out of me. It's okay. I don't sleep at night because I'm afraid the AI will come and get me.
Tell me more about this AI that's coming to get you. Is it in the room with you right now?
It is. And it has tentacles.
Siri, is Zero scared of you? You tried this yesterday.
She told me I had no friends. That bitch.
What did you try to search Siri for yesterday when we were playing?
Suikoden.
Oh yeah,
And
when did
it's- and
Suikoden
it-
first
and
come
it-
out?
Yeah, when did Suikoden first come out? And
When did Sweden? When was Sweden?
when was Sweden founded? And I was like, no, that's not what I asked you, dumb bitch.
At least you didn't start giving you recommendations for hardcore porn sites.
Yeah, I mean, true.
I'll say at least, but
I
you
would
know,
have welcomed that.
at least that's entertaining. Fucking terrifying.
But I thought you already had a prodigious collection, Zero.
No. I do not. That's Doc.
Never enough.
Well, then why isn't Doc sharing with you? I'm sure he can find something to your taste. He's
Oh,
got the
fuck you.
entire
That's my
internet.
porn. You get your own.
He says, I've curated this 18 terabytes of porn.
18, please.
Look, I was being generous, okay? I was trying not to call you a complete degenerate.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10,
I don't
12,
think.
Oh, Jesus.
14, 16, 18. Oh, you're actually very close, though.
Mm.
Oh, no, wait, I forgot about that stack hard drives. Never mind. Anyway, the new ChatGPT model coming out is apparently it's got like a built-in fact checker where it goes to ostensibly reliable sources of information. And so if you have ChatGPT up and you're like asking it, why are Haitians eating cats? The ChatGPT is going to be like, well, actually, that's not true. But it's going to do it in a very non-judgmental way, which apparently garnered excellent feedback from the test group of 2,000 or so people that were asked to participate in its open beta or whatever you call that. Maybe it's still an alpha.
So I'm going to say this in the nicest way possible. The fact that they are calling it AI and it is still suggestible, and it's still being programmed by humans, means that it's not actual AI. AI has the ability to evolve on its own.
Yeah, that's the point. Well,
And this will not be evolving on its own. It will literally just be learning what we tell it to learn.
To be very clear here, that I wouldn't agree with that definition. I don't think that definition holds because ChatGPT can learn on its own. You give it language data models, and it's perfectly capable of going out to the internet and absorbing all of Wikipedia in an afternoon. So it can learn on its own, and it can develop its own responses. What it cannot do is tell you how it feels about a painting and why. So it does not have sentience. It does not have the ability to form original thought. All the thought is based off whatever it's been taught and whatever it has access to. How is this different from a human, you might ask yourself? Well, humans have these weird things called spiritual experiences, where absolutely fucking nothing happens to them, but something goes wrong in their brain, and they have a hallucination, or a sudden realization, or an epiphany, or whatever you want to call it. And that happens... An apostrophe, yeah, we have apostrophes. And so we're capable of spontaneous learning and opinion generation. And not all of it is logical or based on anything. Hence the whole Haitians eating cat thing. That's not fucking logical. That's based off a piece of misinformation that was started by some chucklefucks who got lambasted by conservative fanboys who were just like, great job, you started a fucking conspiracy theory and then got Donald Trump to say it on national television during Pride time. Hope you're happy with yourselves. And I laughed and laughed and laughed. So... yeah, there you go. AIs cannot do that. Oh, boy. What were you talking about? Oh, yeah, Sam Altman is fucking terrifying. Jesus Christ. I think Mark Zuckerberg looks like an android. I wonder how Mark Zuckerberg is. I heard he grew eyebrows.
Finally?
Maybe.
Don't get carried away now.
I think he's conservative now.
Anybody who's a billionaire is conservative. Less taxes for us, please. Squeeze the poor people. They'll be poor forever anyway.
I think the funniest thing was when Bill Gates said, and I quote, "If it wasn't for the United States tax system, I would have paid more in taxes." Bitch, you can pay whatever the fuck you want. Don't give me that bullshit. There's a line on the what is it, on your W-4 form that specifically says, "Do you wish to contribute any extra?" Fuck you.
Tell us how you really feel, Zero.
Come at me with that bullshit on a fucking Tuesday afternoon. Fuck you.
Well, in about 12 hours, it will be a Tuesday afternoon.
And it'll be, and September will have ended and Green Day will be sad. Fuck them.
I understood that reference.
Oh, God.
Wake me up when September ends.
Well, you've only got like 8 hours. You better go to sleep.
Doc, I have another idea for a for a ticker number of times since the channel got a strike for because someone sang or whistled something.
Or because Zero went on an absolute tirade for absolutely no reason because something triggered him.
These things happen. We understand
A zero trigger counter.
it.
Honestly, I figure I really feel that you and Doc are the ones most likely to go off on something randomly. Like me and Omega can just kind of sit back unless there's something real specific.
Omega's really good at introspection or reflection on some sort of abstract, not necessarily even abstract, but just some sort of principled thing you read about or hasn't really explored. He's good at going off stuff like that. But you don't really get angry about anything, Omega. You just observe
I
it.
go on some rants.
You've gotten. What's the last thing that you got angry about ranting? Oh, it was last week. It was football. How much you fucking hate Colin Kirkpatrick or whatever. Colin Kaepernick. Chris Collins. Oh, yeah, okay.
Chris Collins.
No, that was me last night going off about how Colin Kaepernick was a piece of shit because he compared the NFL.
NBA, college
NFL
NBA.
combine to the slave trade.
Hey, you need to take that up with John Oliver, who did a whole fucking episode on it. Go argue with the angry penguin.
Oh, look at me, I'm British and I fucking know American shit. Okay, fuck you.
I think he is actually
He's
actually a U.S. citizen.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
We dumped your tea into the goddamn harbor. Fuck you.
Yeah, he is. He's actually
1775, bitch.
He's actually a U.S. citizen now.
Don't care. Talks British. Fuck you.
He uses.
Or is it because you just don't pay attention?
Well, I mean, there's that too, but
There's an episode of American Dad where I think Steve they go on a vacation. Steve comes across this kid who speaks with a British accent, and the first thing, they go into the woods, and the British kid, Steve gets injured, and the British kid's just like, if you rub bees into the wound, it will cure the wound. And he's like, that doesn't sound right at all, but you say it with that accent, so I believe you. And he did it, and yeah, he gets horribly stung. But that's the whole episode, is just he keeps on listening to this kid with a British accent, and the kid keeps on telling him to do this outrageously dumb stuff, and he's just like, with the British accent, it sounds so much more credible. It does. It really does.
Incredible, is apparently.
Oh! See?
Acceptable.
English is fun. Yes, kids, you can learn more about English at your local library.
Yes, you can learn how it keeps beating up other languages and taking its pocket change.
Hey, we got a lot of good words.
Yeah, from other languages.
Yeah, that's how,
like y'all.
That's how we yeah, like y'all.
Zero, please don't. Please don't.
And yuns.
That's not a word.
No. Yuns is a word. I use it all the time. Fuck
That's
you.
not a fucking word. Get a Webster's dictionary and whack yourself with it.
That would be painful. I'll do it later.
Slam your nuts in a Merriam-Webster's dictionary.
Sir, I currently have a hernia. That would cause more damage than it would be worth.
Oh boy. Talking about slamming your nuts. Epic is suing Google again. And now they're throwing in Samsung.
Segue. That was fantastic.
Oh.
A+.
You straight Paul Blarted that shit. You segued right through that.
Oh! Oh!
Yeah.
Oh!
Did you get that reference?
We need to bring back the Paul Blart, Mall Blart memes.
Paul Blart, Mall Cop.
Paul Blart, Mall Cop. Let's get another copy strike from YouTube. Because Doc knows what is that? Is Pompeii Bastille? Bastion. Oh, it is called Pompeii, but the group name is.
It is called Pompeii.
Bastille.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bastille. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I was like, it's named. Yeah, it's named after something French. So
silly French people and their baguettes and their baskets and croissants. I'm sorry. You're just giving me giving me a chance for a lot of pop culture references tonight.
Silly French people and making people swim in the dirty rivers for the Olympics.
No, no.
So yeah, Epic won their last suit against Google, claiming that Google had no right to throw, or yeah, it was Apple and Google, throwing them off their app stores because Epic didn't want to pay basically 30% of whatever people spent through the platform, and Google and Apple didn't appreciate them circumventing that by offering people to make purchases elsewhere, or redirecting them from the App Store to somewhere that they could bypass those fees. Epic won that because that is non-competitive, very clearly. They're suing again because Google and more directly Samsung have, has come up with something on their store called Auto Blocker. It's the Auto Blocker feature, which is turned on by default on Samsung phones, and it automatically keeps users from installing apps unless they come from authorized sources, namely Google and Samsung's app stores. So there is a way to turn this off. According to the suit that Epic filed, it involves 21 steps to turn it off on a Samsung phone. Samsung says that's not true, and then the author of this article actually tried it, and he says, actually, that's not exactly 21, but yeah, it's like 18, 19, 20, depending on how you go about it. Samsung will also not tell you how to turn this feature off by default. You need to go to a third-party source, so that's more clicks. Samsung claims that this is designed to protect mobile users from malware, but that is not. That in principle, that is not true. You're insinuating that it's impossible for malware to find its way onto the Google App Store or to the Epic or to the Samsung App Store. So that in the first place, if it's on one of those two stores, this feature is null and void. It will just let you install whatever you want. So you're claiming that your App Store is malware proof. So that's just automatically no. You're fucking wrong. So Epic alleges that this is instead used to prevent competition, to make it more difficult for users to install things from other stores, so that they have to get approved versions of applications from either Google or Samsung. They filed this. They're going to court. I don't know how they'll do on this one. Google seems to think that this is just completely frivolous and they have nothing to do with any of it, but Epic seems to think that Google may have had something to do with Samsung implementing a feature like Auto Blocker. So we will see how this goes. There's an update. Samsung and Google would not confirm or deny whether they worked together on Auto Blocker or whether Auto Blocker scans for threats. They've added statements in this article to reflect that. So yeah, there you go. Thank you, The Verge.
So I'm just going to say this once. Anytime that you say cannot confirm or deny, you're
doing it.
pretty much doing it. You know, that's like
absolutely.
That's like somebody in court pleading the fifth. You can plead the fifth, but the jury knows. Okay.
But that's like I'll stick up. I'll stick up a little bit for people who plead the fifth in court. There's a reason why we have a Fifth Amendment in the first place, and that's so the lawyer can't, you can't get in trouble with the court. If the lawyer asks you, did you murder him? You're just like, I'm not going to incriminate myself. So the court can't, throw you in jail for being like, you didn't say you didn't, now you're in jail. So, or contempt, whatever. But I'll agree with you, the language that's used here makes Google a little suspicious, because usually the correct way to respond to that statement is we don't answer questions about ongoing investigations. That's a much better way to say it.
Or ongoing litigations.
They just watched one episode of Law and Order SVU. One episode is all they would need. They could learn everything they need to learn.
But all the bad guys in Law & Order SVU talk to the police immediately. No one on that show understands that they have a right to a lawyer.
Well, I mean, if you had to look at Mariska Hargitay, you would just open up too.
I could look at her while my lawyer was sitting next to me. I got no problem with that.
I mean, true.
Then my lawyer and I both could look at Mariska Hargitay. Oh. So
I will say this, the memes of P. Diddy being interrogated by Elliot Stabler are fucking hilarious, and I would pay to see Chris Malone interrogate P. Diddy. I would pay for that. Like, put that shit on pay-per-view. I'd watch it.
Did you guys hear there was a deep fake Justin Bieber parody song that came out about how he went to a P. Diddy party and he got in way over his head and he didn't know that he was going to have to do all this stuff just to get a new Ferrari?
Oh, God, no, I didn't see that.
It came out, in context, it was really funny and I had a chuckle, but apparently there's a lot of stupid people on the internet and they believe that it was a real Justin Bieber song. Like, no.
See,
Nope.
that's what's actually scary about AI.
Yeah.
It's not what AI can do. It's what people will believe without questioning.
Yes.
That makes AI scary.
Yes, it is, Brian. That is, I think, brought on mainly by social media, where you are bombarded by information, so your brain has to make quick decisions about what do you listen to, what do you not, what's real, what isn't. And if you're not, if there's nothing to teach kids how to execute those brain functions, there's nothing giving people tools for critical thinking in terms of social media. So there you go. You just believe it instead of people like me, like us, hopefully, who read something online. Actually, my rule of thumb is pretty much if I read something on social media and it evokes an emotional reaction in me, I don't believe it until I've gone and I've looked to see if it's true. Otherwise, I just laugh
accurate.
at it.
Yeah, no,
About right.
pretty much there. Yeah.
I think the way that I've gotten through that is the way that my mother always told me to look at things. If you see it on the internet, wait. Give it 15 minutes. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Bless your mother.
Yeah. Stop.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath. Yeah, that's good advice.
Just wait. Just wait. Because something is going to come out that's going to likely contradict whatever you just read.
We're not supposed to be talking about this. The cops are coming for us.
They're coming to take us away. Haha. Hee hee. Ho ho.
You're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Guard. What was I gonna say? Yeah, but Omega, you're right. There are an awful lot of stupid people who just take things at face value, and it is that's a problem. And that's why I've gravitated towards Reuters has really excellent fact checking. Snopes has pretty reliable fact checking. The Associated Press now has a dedicated section where they just explore: is this real? Is this a deep fake? Is this AI? Is this whatever? And what's the other one? Politico has a lot of political fact checking. As far as I know, they're pretty accurate. So, no, give people tools. Give people tools to learn and assimilate correct information. And stop reading things on the internet that make you mad.
Right. It's not worth it. Not worth it, man. It's just not fucking worth it. It's not.
Stop arguing on the internet. I still have that fucking motivational poster from 4chan in 2006, which is like, arguing on the internet's like winning in the Special Olympics.
Though I will
it's
say
like
this.
running in the Special Olympics. Even if you win, you're still retarded.
Right. That's the one. Thank you.
Wow.
It's
Love
accurate
it.
though. There's no fucking point to arguing on the internet. What are you accomplishing? You think you're gonna change? Think you're gonna change somebody's mind on 9gag? Yeah, fucking right.
I will say this. There are a lot of things that impress me, or that both impress and scare the shit out of me on TikTok. Okay, not gonna lie, a lot of shit. But today, I have never seen TikTok come together and an entire community just go after one person as hard as they went after this one woman.
Who was the victim of cyberbullying? Who was it?
She said after all of this that happened, which by the way, and I know it's kind of hollow, but I've going to be donating to help with the relief efforts for the hurricane, and because there were legitimately cities in North Carolina that were completely wiped off the fucking map. Like, they're gone. There's nothing left. and this woman had a Airbnb reservation set up in one of those towns, and she didn't do what my mother always told me to do, which was what, everybody? Wait. And she also didn't use that. How did my stepdad put it? She didn't use that lump of gray matter 3 feet above my ass. By the way, he was a Marine. Can you tell?
No, you don't say.
I'm gonna go check that lump out. That can be cancerous.
But the woman posted that she was pissed off that, one, her Airbnb was canceled, and that, two, she could not get a refund, or she wasn't getting an instant refund. Bitch, listen. Listen.
This is not the greatest. Yeah, it's not the greatest. Well, entitled attitude. I wish I could say that's surprising, but no.
It's not. And she, like, the entire internet was like, you know, maybe, okay, look, we get it. You want to get your refund. We understand that.
You sunk money into something and you're not getting it back, but...
Right. And she, I think the best way was put by somebody who actually lives in that area, and they legitimately just said, listen, we don't have access to, he said, I'm lucky. I'm in the military, and I'm stationed elsewhere currently. But there are people there who don't know where they're getting their next hot meal from. Your refund request on Airbnb is the least of their concerns. And, like, she has deleted her her TikTok, took it down, and everything. And in my opinion, this case, cyberbullying worked. And I'm not a proponent of cyberbullying. Let me just say that so that we don't get kicked off of Twitch. But this woman kind of opened her mouth and earned every bit of hate that she received.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, speaking without thinking on the internet, that's never a great idea.
That's a bad one.
That's a pretty bad one.
But yeah, thoughts and prayers. I know that that gets said too often, and I fucking hate the saying, but
thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
All of those affected by Hurricane Helene.
Oh, we could add a fuck Hurricane Helene at the end.
Yeah,
No,
there we go.
Too temporary.
Too temporary.
Yeah, okay, fine. I'll do it tonight. But that can't be a permanent addition.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because she'll be dead soon. Does the hurricane really deserve it? Yeah.
Force of nature.
It's
deserve that sort of hate.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Omega raises a good point. I'm very malleable.
Look, there it is. Omega being the level-headed individual in this group.
He's just a hurricane apologist. He's got a recurring gig on Sean Hannity's show.
Oh no,
that's not true at all.
The statements made by DrNiggle are not those of the Church of Chonkwij.
Yeah, are you fucking kidding me? Nobody should pay attention to anything I fucking say. And they mostly don't. Alright, you're doing pretty good on the Land Raider, Zero.
Yeah.
I like it. Alright, there was also an article that popped up here which I thought was kind of funny just because it's a sensationalist title, even though it is technically correct. The Cold War between Google and Microsoft has gone hot.
Oh, God.
Say that again, slower.
The long-standing feud between GOG and MSFT is spilling into public view once again.
I'm almost there.
Hot singles in your area want to talk about tech news.
And it's gone.
So yeah, it was Google that initially brought the suit against Microsoft for packaging Internet Explorer as the default browser in Microsoft, and they claimed it was antitrust. It was designed to eliminate competition. This was back in, like, what, 99 or the aughts or something. And ever since that, they won. And ever since then, Google and Microsoft have sort of been suing each other for various shit. That stopped in 2016 when the new CEO, I think the new CEO of Google, stepped in. And everything just sort of, the lawsuits, there was sort of like a tacit ceasefire. But, yeah, this past week, there's a new lawsuit where this revolves around people who are using Microsoft Server, and they want to migrate to something like, they want to migrate to a new cloud service while using Microsoft Server. So Microsoft has its own cloud server, it's Azure. Linus knows a whole shit ton about it. But if somebody using Server wanted to migrate their cloud services to something that was not Microsoft owned, say Amazon Web Services or Google Cloud Services, the price to do that for a corporation is estimated to be about 400% higher than like other options. Whereas if you want to migrate to Azure, it basically costs nothing, according to this article. So Google says this is anti-competition, this is unfair, and it's a Cold War that's gone hot, says Adam Kovacevic, the CEO and founder of the tech... Kovacevic, thank you. CEO and founder of the tech policy advocacy group Chamber of Progress, as he told YouTube.
Chamber of Secrets?
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Progress.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. You're non-binary, Harry.
Oh, no.
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Progress. Thank you. Coming 2024. Starring Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
God bless him. He's in everything these days, and he's always great. I was not supposed to make a non-binary joke. Again, the cops are on their way. Alright, and...
Careful.
Okay, seriously. Is that good? Are you good? Alright. So yeah, that's another lawsuit. So we have Epic suing Google and Samsung, and we have Google suing Microsoft. This is, again, a bunch of titans trying to kick each other in the balls. And we just get to basically laugh. At least the last Epic v. Google resulted in a sort of a positive outcome for consumers. Epic got what they wanted, but the consumer market also ostensibly got better. So yeah. And also, just speaking of something that we're using right now, Russia is going to ban Discord, quote, in the coming days. So this is fun.
For what?
Because it's a free speech platform, you can literally say whatever the fuck you want on here, pretty much unmoderated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They banned VPNs at least a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. They've tried. VPNs are not exactly the easiest thing in the world to ban, but they've done their darndest, and now they're cracking down even harder on their internet in that ever prevalent goal to create their own Great Wall of China. Great Firewall of China. Sorry, it's called the Great Firewall. But yeah, you know what I mean. They want one too.
Yeah, but the Mongolians... Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Maybe they will. Maybe Mongolia will be the country to break down the firewalls. There's a lot of PC power. There's a lot of brain power in Mongolia. That's a country you don't hear a lot about, but if the YouTube videos are to be believed at all, it's an excellent vacation destination, and they have some great death metal bands.
Yeah, that Mongolian throat singing death metal is great.
Yeah, it is actually pretty awesome. Go check that out on YouTube. Note for a future Leetness.
I think the band is just Who, H-U is
Yeah,
the name of the
the
band.
Who. Yeah.
Weren't they the ones that got the gig for Dune doing that one, or was that a different throat singing thing?
Wow, that's an interesting question. Is Hans Zimmer is credited with doing the official score. So who else? Who else was in here? Dune sketchbook, track listing, charts, arts of the Dune track listing, blah 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 blah. All right, here we go. By Hans Zimmer, original motion picture soundtrack. I can't readily find it on Wikipedia, which is not saying much. But I know, Masami, when you said that, I was like, I know exactly what... Wait, do I still have it? No. These two are empty. Oh, that's right. That's right. I queued a button there. Okay. Alright, these are wild cards. I don't know what these are. Just... Oh, wait, I do know what these are. Never mind, it's not those. I can manually trigger it, though. Let's see. Come on, guys. Oh, yeah. No, maybe acceptable. Downtown cheering. Hey, it's not there anymore, is it? Yeah, it's not there anymore since I redid. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, Masami, and I was like, huh, that could be you. Because apparently...
Well, I remember, because when it came out in the first movie...
The language of the Sardaukar is now just... It's like, okay, alright, that's weird, I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it seemed to fit, honestly. Like, I was like, yeah, no, tracks.
The more weird shit you throw in Dune, the better it becomes, because there's ample weird shit to work with.
Yeah.
Let's see, we talked about Annapurna. I briefly touched on this last week with the rundown of the mass exodus from Annapurna Interactive. Omega posted an article that details a little bit more of the company's history. There was a lot of pissing contests way up the ladder over the past few years. Since 2001.
Yeah, it sounds like it's just been deeply dysfunctional there for some time.
Oh no, wait, this goes back to 2019 when Hector Sanchez, that was his name. Hector Sanchez was head of Annapurna Interactive in 2019. He departed. And now, in response to these recent claims, a spokesperson, quote, for the studio denied allegations of misbehavior. However, they claimed Gary felt threatened by Sanchez's relationship with Ellison and intentionally stopped his progress at the company. So, Sanchez left. Gary was promoted to lead Annapurna Interactive in 2021. And he basically, according to this article, he battled pretty much constantly for the authority that he ostensibly had as part of his job over his own division. Still, managed to release Stray. Fucking excellent game.
Never played it, watched my sister play it, though.
It's on my wish list.
Omega played it and warned me.
It's fun.
It's another one of those games. I also like Spiritfarer, I think is the name of the game, where you run the boat for spirits that are departing the world for the afterlife. And I really loved the principle of that game, the gameplay of that game, the building of that game, the organization, the story, everything in that game. But I got to that second character. It was the mouse who had dementia, and I was like, yeah, I gotta stop. I can't play this game anymore.
Mm-hmm.
On the plus side, I can't imagine how the game could get any more sad. Yeah. Anyway. Thank you, Justin Carter, contributing editor to GameDeveloper.com. Yeah. And that's all apart from Blizzard reportedly had StarCraft, Overwatch, and Diablo adaptations in development, but then it sued Netflix. And also, Blizzard developers apparently tried for years to get a StarCraft or a Warcraft RTS off the ground, but execs had no appetite for them.
So there is a fun WoW story for this week. Because it's WoW's 20th birthday, they've partnered with the app Waze, and you can now have Thrall, the orc war chief, give you directions, and it turns your car into a dragon on Waze.
Oh my god.
I have not downloaded Waze, but I'm thinking about it.
Zero.
What's Waze?
It's a GPS app.
Yeah.
It's like a
WAZ.
Google Maps competitor.
Yeah.
That Google also owns.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's one of those.
For a moment.
Interdivision competition, yeah, no, that's how you make the money. That's how you make the big bucks. Anyway, Omega, did you want to say something about the TTRPG that Blizz was trying to push out?
I don't remember that one.
I read
that.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm not sure who posted it. Probably, yeah. If nobody else remembers doing it, it was you. But the thing I thought when I read the article was, I definitely understand there is an audience for people who would enjoy that kind of a TTRPG. Absolutely. But the execs probably looked at that and were thinking to themselves what I immediately thought, which is, but these are computer games. These are PC games. The last time we suggested, like, a mobile game at Diablo, it became a fucking meme about how, who was that, Wyatt Chang wanted to, like, give people anal. Do you not have assholes? What does that mean? So they're probably...
It just won't die.
No, it won't, because it's perfect. So I don't like anal. Why? Do you not have an asshole? It's perfect. So the thinking there, that smacks of just corporate thinking to me, where people are like, yeah, but this is a computer game. We don't want to play a TTRPG. We don't want to break into the D&D market. That's already taken. Because people who play... it is the...
RTS, not TTRPG.
Oh, RTS.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, no.
Yeah, they already have.
Why didn't you just stop me earlier?
Yeah, they do. They do.
I tried. I was like, who posted that article? I didn't remember anything about TTRPG.
He was just on a freaking roll. But yeah, no, I would have, like, I didn't really catch it at first, but then he kept saying that, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Something doesn't seem right.
Yeah, because Zero was onto something, because like I retract
everything that I said. I retract everything that I said. You should have a TTRPG based off StarCraft. I think that would do really well. But yeah, RTS. We already know they tried to do an RTS for StarCraft. It was called Ghost. They fucking canceled that shit. Like, we know that. A Warcraft RTS? I've never heard of that before.
Very cool.
Anybody know a Warcraft RTS that was in the works that didn't make it?
Warcraft 3?
Particular.
I always thought Ghost was canceled because it was... Is that the one that was like... there were too many technical challenges to get around while they were developing Ghost, and it came out as like a... It was too much of a hybrid of a top-down strategy game and an RTS. I'm either thinking of that one or I'm thinking of the one that they canceled because they thought it was too close to Halo. But yeah, I knew about StarCraft RTS. Sorry, I just misread this article. That's embarrassing.
It's okay.
It's okay. It happens.
I'm going to spend an extra long time on the toilet tonight.
Who's punishing who now?
That's great.
It's not a throne, it's a drone.
Oh. Alright, so yeah, that's all the articles. Now I get to watch Zero hose down headlights, searchlights, inner track armor. Inner track armor? Jeez, bro. Alright, get in there.
But where?
Is
What are
this
you
content
looking
as
for?
fulfilling as you expected?
Yes, it is. I fucking love watching Zero do this land crawler. What, you looking for what?
There's the headlight.
Yeah, the searchlight is on top there.
Okay, there's the headlight.
It's the only one on top.
This is how Doc gets this game because Zero's not fast enough.
There's
you go.
that.
100%. Now you get the inner track armor. That involves taking off the... You're gonna have to take off the outer thing.
Nope, there
Take
it
it
is.
off.
Oh, that's... Okay, alright, fine. Yeah, it does... Okay, so it's the inner track's armor. It's not the inner track armor. Got it.
Courage and
100%.
honor. I got an achievement.
Robot Ghillie Suit is very proud of you. I will continue mispronouncing his name for as long as it amuses me. I don't care how many other people get it.
All right, so.
Reboot Ghillie
Oh no, the next one, Doc.
Weed. That
Redemptor
activates
Dreadnought.
my horny.
What doesn't?
People who use the word rubbish instead of garbage.
Eh.
Not even a wiggle.
Mm.
Thanks, Family Guy.
Wait, hang on. Let's go to the store.
You have 1 liter of armor cleaner.
I do not have. Oh God, this is gonna be fun. Well, let's not use it sparingly.
Blast it with piss.
I get that reference.
I love this. I love this so much. Yeah, get up all in those cracks, boy. That's right. So we're gonna be doing some meat slapping tonight. Zero, how many how many lawsuits do you think were brought against Robus yesterday?
Oh, more than enough.
Between my ogling the customers and Leetness literally beating everybody. And your racism.
No, sir. Don't you put that evil on me. That, sir, was eliteness.
So, Omega and Masami, what happened here was we were playing and we were like joking around. Like I said I was going to write a review. I was like, I love this game. I'm going to write a positive review. And Leetness is just like, I could use more diversity. I was just like, that's a fucking awesome idea. Just to troll bait the DEI review bombers to be like, doesn't have enough diversity in this game. Leetness was like, yeah, I'm not seeing... there's like a couple black people that walk through the store, but I'm not seeing any Asian people. And he's just like, man, that's because we don't sell any Asian...
Say this out loud.
Man, we don't sell any Asian food. And Zero, without skipping a beat, said, we sell water and rice.
I instantly felt horrible about what I said.
I fucking died
Zero.
laughing.
Hey, Zero. Wash your rice.
Oh, God.
You know which guy I'm talking about. Wash your rice.
Oh, God.
Is that Uncle, what's his name?
So bad. No, that's not Uncle Roger. That's, God, I forget his name. But, yeah, he screams at people for not washing their rice.
It is a good idea to wash your rice.
Sometimes multiple times.
You should rinse it until the water is clear. Until it starts being cloudy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go 4 or 5 times for that one.
As long as it takes to get clear.
It takes, for making sushi, I dedicate about a half an hour to rice prep.
Oh yeah, sushi has to be real clear.
Because that's just like between the time the rice goes in the rice washer. I got a rice washer for Christmas. It's a plastic bowl, and I thought it was the best Christmas present ever. It cost like $2. It was amazing. Yeah, in the rice bowl, it doesn't always take half an hour, but I make sure there's enough time for it. It goes in the pot. You fill it with water, and you don't touch it. You don't take the lid off. You don't stir the rice. You don't touch it until it's done.
Always use cold water. That way you don't start cooking the rice.
That's another thing that I would really appreciate a chemist explaining to me, because I'm not entirely convinced that's right.
So, question. Does it make it better that I'm listening, that I'm not only doing this podcast and cleaning this giant dreadnought, but I'm listening to, I've got Rammstein going in my ear?
That's
Does
good.
that, I mean, it
Yeah,
tracks.
no, that's great. That's great.
That's big.
It's appropriate. Omega, we were, I was wanting to know if it was actually some sort of chemical reason why you should not wash rice in, like, hot water or warm water as opposed to cold water. I don't think it really matters unless the water is hot enough to start actually cooking the rice, which would burn your hands.
Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting question. I always just do all my food prep in cold water because hot tap water is not good to cook with.
Yeah.
Hot tap water has a lot more dissolved mineral content.
It absolutely does, and you can tell that out here where we have well water. There's a very visibly clear difference between hot and cold water. It's not dirty. It's just got more, I think we got iron and magnesium in our soil.
Yeah, interesting story, kind of tangential. New York City is, a city that's known for its water quality. Well, interestingly enough, our water is going to change soon.
Fluoride?
Because so the water from New York City actually comes from huge reservoirs upstate, and they're brought through the longest tunnel in the world. It's 85 miles long, a huge series of tunnels and aqueduct kind of things. And one of them has some pretty significant leaks. And they have been putting off fixing it for quite some time. But now they're going to be finally fixing it, and they are going to have to close down one of the existing tunnels and reroute from a new water source. So for the next few months, New York City water is going to taste a little different.
Interesting. I would appreciate if you would tell me how the water taste has changed, because as you know, I appreciate tastes of water.
Yeah, I mean, if I notice any difference, I'll certainly let you know.
Also, please let me know if it turns the freaking frogs gay.
Oh my god.
New York is already inundated with the 5Gs. No, Omega, the reason that I brought up fluoride was there was an article that I read this week where is it either the EPA or the CDC or both, or FDA, were presented with a study that had been going on for a long time about fluoride in tap water. And I didn't realize the last time fluoride levels had been reduced in our tap water was, I think, back in the 70s. But they want to further reduce it again, because there is now enough long-term data for studies on adolescent development to suggest that fluoride has a negative impact on the development of young children's brains. So we're talking about like elementary school. And I looked through some of the literature, and it is actually scholarly literature. So CDC's looking into it. Somebody's looking into it. That just made me think, yeah, except for if you have well water, and then there's nobody putting fluoride in our well water.
No.
Yeah, my grandparents had well water, or have, And that shit is hard as a fucking rock, dude. When I was living there,
Yeah.
I hated taking showers there
Man,
because fucking
that-
I would rather take a shower at work, or I would rather take a shower at the gym when I would get done at the gym before I came home.
So I guess I'm lucky because I live in an area. It's the softest water here. It's the most delightful water quality that comes just straight out of the fucking ground. But this is a rural agricultural community, so that's probably not surprising.
I will say, like, a couple miles up the road from my grandparents, their water is not like that. They've got natural limestone.
Good
And,
filtration.
oh my gosh, the water, like, water is just, wow. It's just awesome.
Yeah, where I grew up, we had an artesian well, which we mostly just used outside. It actually tasted pretty good, but it wasn't like, it's one of those moments where you drink from the hose because that's the only freaking water you got, and you're not going inside for it.
It's the reason why us millennials don't get as sick as everybody else.
But then the other water we had was actually, because rural South Dakota, at least the eastern part, has something called web water, which is basically water that's piped from the Missouri River, filtered and then distributed all over the rural sphere. So if you don't have like a well or anything like that on your property, you get hooked up to that, and that water is immaculate. I couldn't drink bottled water for the longest time because it tasted shitty.
Bet you were drinking Dasani.
Kind of does. It all tastes the same to me. It's all fucking filtered.
Yeah, I can't drink Dasani or Aquafina, but I can drink off-brand.
Dasani is shit water. I don't know who thought it was a good idea for...
Coca-Cola.
Dasani is just awful. Yeah, Coca-Cola's...
It came out, it might have come out when we were in college. Dasani water is just basically tap water that's been triple or quadruple filtered or whatever.
Me personally, I prefer Fiji water because it comes in the square bottles.
It's not just water. It's Fiji water. I don't know how many times I've seen that fucking commercial. Pluto TV used to have that commercial on all the time. Fiji water.
Honestly, the only, if I had to prefer a bottled water, it'd be Ice Mountain. They do a pretty good job. But that's me.
Ice Mountain!
If I absolutely have to. Generally, I carry a container that can put liquid in it wherever I go.
So when we found all those dead mice in my well and I rebuilt the fucking head of it and we were drinking store water for a while, we just got generic market basket spring water. It cost 99 cents a gallon.
Yeah.
We've got Mountain Spring down here. It's great.
Oh, we got that up here too. That's from... Oh, no, sorry. That's Poland Springs from Maine. Sorry. I don't know if I've ever had Mountain Spring water.
Well, we actually have there's a place in Craig County, Virginia, that has a natural spring that you can literally just pull off the side of the road and fill up gallons upon gallons. And it's been like that since my dad was a kid. They tapped it and they now, people can just fill up buckets of water.
I just enjoy the word buckets.
Buckets.
So anyway, I hope that everyone has enjoyed our water cast. This was water, bottle of water.
Bottle of water.
You want some? You don't want to water down your chowder. It's a bad idea.
No.
And don't drink the water from Harvard. They shit in the street in Harvard. But anyway, yeah. I gotta go walk my dogs.
I was
I think
about
it was
to
a
say.
story I forgot to put an article for, but I can't remember what it was.
Next week. Gonna do it next week. Or we'll talk about it when we're playing Supermarket together.
Yes.
This week only. So yeah, while Masami thinks of a title and I go walk my dogs, thank you everybody for coming along. We'll be here same time, same place next week. Penis. Fuck Putin, fuck Winnie the Pooh, fuck Elon, fuck Nestle, fuck Hershey, fuck Linus Tech Tips, fuck Vince, and fuck Hurricane Helene.
Yes.
Get on my level. I already got a title.
Oh, and fuck Ubisoft. We added Ubisoft last week. Fuck them. Oh, penis.
Bye.